Okay, we are still working on our Bernat Crochet baby booty, and what we did is we finished all the rows up until it's time to shape the instep. Now what you've done so far has been the sole, the bottom of the booty, and then you've come up the sides. Now you can flip this around and you'll see it looks exactly the same on both, so it doesn't matter which one ends up to be on the outside. So the instructions here to shape the instep says first row right side. Now if you look down the pattern you'll see that it says second row right side, so I think this is an error because you can't have a right side on both sides. That makes no sense. So anyway, we'll just ignore that, move on with our lives. Shape instep, first row, chain 1. Boop. Working in the back loops only, 1 single crochet in each of the next 13 single crochets. So we go here, we're going to do single crochets in the back loops 13 times. 1. My eyes are starting to go play tricks on me. There. 2. 3. 4. There's the next one. 5. 6. I love the colors of this yarn. I think it's so pretty. It reminds me of Easter eggs. But it's called Pajama Party. Bernat Softy Baby. 7, I think. Let's double check. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. I need 13 of these. Mushrooms low. 8. 9. 10. But it's better to be slow and right than to be fast and wrong. That's what I tell my piano students every week. I say, playing fast does not impress me. Playing right impresses me. There's 11. 12. Here comes 13. Yay! Woo! 13. Now, this is the most interesting part, so pay close attention. What we're doing now is, if you look at your booty, it looks like a little boat now, because that's the bottom of the booty right there. So that's what you're doing. And what we're doing now is we're shaping this top part. We're going to come up and cover the top of the booty. So this is the interesting part. It says yarn over hook and draw up a loop in the next stitch. So we yarn over the hook, drop a loop in the next stitch. Now remember that we're only working in the back loops, because that's what it said at the beginning of this, working in the back loops only. So it hasn't told us any different. We're just going to keep doing that. Yarn over a hook and drop a loop in the next stitch. So you go in the back loop, drop a loop. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook. Now it says yarn over a hook and draw through 2 loops on the hook. We do that. There, now we have 2 loops left on the hook. And now here's where you got to pay attention. You see where the parentheses ended and then it says 3 times? What that means is you have to go back to the beginning of that parentheses and do all that work 3 more times. So we leave these 2 on here just like they are. We yarn over the hook drop a loop in the next stitch. So we go to the next stitch in the back loop. There we go, now we have 4 on there. Yarn over the hook and draw through 2 loops on the hook. Shoop. Now we have 3, right? So now we've got to go back again, yarn over the hook, drop a loop in the next stitch. There's that. Now we have 5 on there. And now yarn over the hook and draw it through 2 loops. There, now we have 4 on the hook. Now we can pass that spot and it says yarn over the hook and draw through all 4 loops on the hook. So we yarn over and we pull it through all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. We did it. That was a double crochet 3 together made. Now do you see at the end of that there's a little bracket and it says twice? So that means we have to do all that we just did another time. So let's do it. Yarn over the hook and draw up a loop in the next stitch. Yarn over the hook and draw through 2 loops on the hook. There, so we have 2 on here now. Now, go back to the beginning of the parentheses, draw up a loop, we have 4, yarn over, draw it through 2. Now we have 3. Do it again, yarn over the hook, drop a loop, we have 5. Draw, yarn over the hook, draw it through 2. Now we have 4. Now we're going to yarn over and draw it through all 4. Bloop. So we did that twice, just like it told us to. Now, 1 double crochet in the next single crochet. So to make a double crochet, you have to yarn over the hook, go in there, now you have 3, yarn over the hook, draw it through 2, yarn over the hook, and draw it through the last 2. That was a double crochet. Ta-da! That was fancy work, wasn't it? So we did all the way through until we see in parentheses double crochet 3 together over the next 3 stitches. Then it says to do that twice. So we're going to do that fancy double 3, 2 together 6 times. So let's do 1 over these 3 stitches, right? So we're going to yarn over the hook, drop a loop, yarn over, go through 2. We have 2 on there. Yarn over the hook, go into the next one. Yarn over the hook, go through 2. Now we have 3 on the hook. Yarn over the hook, go to the next stitch. Drop 1 loop. Yarn over the hook, draw it through 2. Now you have 4 on the hook. Draw, yarn it through all 4. Ta-da! So that went over 3 stitches. Now it says we have to do that again. So this will be over the 6 stitches that I was talking about. So now we yarn over the hook, drop a loop. Yarn over the hook, pull it through 2. We have 2. Yarn over the hook, drop another loop in the next stitch. Yarn over the hook, draw it through 2. Now you have 3 on the hook. Yarn over the hook, go in here and drop a loop. You have 5. Yarn over, draw it through 2. You have 4. And now yarn over the hook and draw it through all 4. Ta-da! So we did that twice. Now if you take a look at your work, you'll see that you're making that top of that bootie right there. So now it says 1 single crochet in each single crochet to the end of the row. And if you look at the beginning of this instruction, it said that we did 13 single crochets across this side, so we should have 13 single crochets across here. So if you want, you can count across and make sure you have 13 to work in. So to get started with your first one, look and see it, that last loop that you worked in, you don't want to work in that one again. You got to skip it and go here. So here's the first one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yay! We did it right. We did all those decreases correctly. All those fancy stitches that we did. That was crazy, wasn't it? Aren't you glad that's over? But that's what's exciting about crochet. There's so many wild, interesting things you can do with it. And it's really cool when you finish and you look and see the shape that you made with it. It's interesting. Sometimes it's hard for me to wrap my brain around how people figured all this out. Can you imagine the very first people who ever did crochet sitting around playing with their animals, making some yarn by running their fingers through their hair and twisting it, and they're like, man, look, this is strong, let's make some thread out of that. And then somebody said, okay, and now we've got this thread, what are we going to do with it? And they started making rope, and then somebody said, let's see if we can get them to hook together somehow. They started weaving and started making clothes. I just think it's interesting. And then somebody said, let's try it with a little hook at the end. And they did some crochet work for the very first time. And then somebody said, let's try it with 2 sticks. I don't know who came up with that idea, but that's how they started knitting. But now look, it's starting to look like a little boot. Isn't it sweet? So you can compare it to the finished one. That's it. That's where we're going. So that was the end of row 1, the first row, the shaping the instep. Now we're ready for the second row. And once again it says right side. I wish they'd make up their mind which is the right side. I think this is actually the right side this time. Chain 1. Working in both loops. So now we're in both loops again. 1 single crochet in each of the next 13 stitches. So we're back to normal. Pardon me, I need a nap. I've worked hard on this booty all morning. I've been doing every move, this whole booty, all in one morning. You remember back when we made this strap back here? That was just a little while ago I did that. I don't know exactly how long ago it was. I haven't been looking at the clock, but that's all I've done all morning is make this baby booty. How many? I hadn't been counting. I've been running my mouth. I used to get in trouble in school. It said, Sandy does good work, but her talking prohibits others from doing their best work. I remember that. That was on my report card every single term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've done 5. I'm guessing. Let's double check here. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3. Looks like 5, yeah. Time for the next one. I need 13 of these. So there's 6, 7, 8. But now my talking has prohibited me from getting my best work done. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. Awesome! Now the pattern says yarn over hook, drop a loop in the next stitch. Yarn over hook, draw through 2 loops 5 times. So this is different. This is different from the last one where we did that fancy stitch. So we've got to pay attention. Yarn over the hook, drop a loop in the next stitch. So here's where you have to kind of twist it and look at it, because the stitches look different across here because they've been stretched out. See how long that stitch is? because that's where we did those decreases on the row before. So that's where we're going to draw it up. So let's do that again. I'm going to have to hook it around my pinky now. Yarn over the hook, draw up a loop in the next stitch. So we go in there, drop a loop, boop, yarn over the hook and draw through 2 loops on the hook. There, now I still have 2 left over. Now it says to do that 5 times. So we yarn over the hook, drop a loop, and then yarn over the hook and draw through 2 loops. Now I have 3. So that was number 2. Yarn over the hook, and then yarn over the hook, draw through 2. That was 3. Yarn over the hook, and then yarn over the hook, draw through 2. That was 4. Here comes the last one. Yarn over the hook, draw up a loop, yarn over the hook, and draw it through 2. That was 5. So now look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things on the hook. That's a whole bunch. My whole hook is full. Now it says yarn over the hook and draw through all 6 loops on the hook. So we got real careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay! Then we pull that. And there. Isn't that pretty? Pretty! I like it. Alright. Double crochet 5 together made. That's what we just did. We did a double crochet 5 together. Now it says 1 single crochet in each of the single crochets to the end of the row. That'll be 13 of them. So you can look and see where your next stitch is. It's that smaller stitch there. We're going to do 13. 1, 2. I'm having trouble working through bed loops now because it just starts getting kind of tight after doing all that shaping. Your project starts getting more difficult to hold and work through. I'm not counting anymore because I'm talking again. I'm just going to assume I have 13 here. I've been right so far, so we're just going to pretend that we got it right, because I think we did. Starting to need my nap anyway. I usually stay up real late at night because I'm a night owl, and I sleep late. I get up and I do some internet work and some knitting and crochet, and then I lay down for a nap, and then I wake up later and I go teach piano lessons all afternoon. Then I get home about 8 or 9. That's why I don't want to go to bed when I get home. Look, that's all. Isn't that pretty? So now it says fasten off. So that was the end. Awesome. So now let's think about this. We're going to be sewing a seam. So I want to leave this tail long. I don't want to cut it short. I want to leave it long enough where I can sew that back seam all the way back through there and all the way down through the sole of the bootie. So I'm going to leave off about 20 inches here. And then I'll cut the tail there. And that way I won't have to attach new yarn when I want to do my seam. So to fasten it off, you just pull it through. Just like that. And you know, when I made my first one, I got confused about which was the top. I didn't know if this was the top or if this was the top. But then I started thinking about it, and this thing up here at the top has that pretty curve. See that pretty U that it makes up here? And on the other side, it's very close. So it's easy to see that that will be the seam. And this is actually going to hook together here as well. So it's going to make a little round bottom. I'll show you with the one I finished. See how it all comes together at the bottom? So all of that is going to hook together like that. The back is going to hook together there, and all of this is going to hook together too. So it'll be pretty. So in our next video, I'll show how to seam it and how to hook on your strap. I don't know if I'll need 2 videos for that or not, but for now I'm going to go take a nap. So I'll see you guys in the next video showing how to finish this up. And there's more work left on our baby booty, but not much. I'm excited about it. See you soon. Bye.